Okay, so the last part of the test, I'm going to produce an extract. Okay, this shouldn't take too long. So I will go back to my database. Okay, that's my report. Everything's done there. Great, I got my name in my footer, got my number of jobs all counted up. I've got it all set up and showing the way that I want to with proper currencies that are all similar. Day release showing yes or no, good. Everything looks good. So I'm going to save that and I'm going to close it. Okay, now I want to produce an extract. Well, what the heck is an extract? It doesn't say. Create. I don't see extract here anywhere. Okay, this is a tricky part of the test. You have to know what they're asking for when they ask for an extract. What they're asking for is a query. Okay, you're going to create a query, you're going to run that query, and then once that query is in datasheet view, you're just going to cut and paste a copy of that query. Okay, so produce an extract means we're going to actually start a query. And in that query, we want to show the fields vacancy ID, vacancy, and wage in that order. Wage has to be sorted in ascending order, and I also want to see do these things to the query. I only want to see things with engineer in them. Level is intermediate, okay? Just a quick note, level is not listed here in the show only field, so I'll have to add level, but it will be invisible. Okay, so let's go into that. Okay, so as we know, we're going to run a query. So create query wizard. Okay, simple query. Yep. And what is it that we want again? We want vacancy ID. Okay, so I want vacancy ID. Vacancy ID. I want vacancy to be my next field. And I want wage to be my next field. And I can add everything else if I want. Okay. I know for sure I'm going to need level, but I'm going to add these other guys just in case I need them as well. All right, so I'm going to hit next, detail, yep. Do I want to show, what do I want for the title of my query? Okay, I'm just going to give it, I don't have to, it doesn't stipulate that I have to give it a name, but I'm going to name it extract query, just so I know for sure what this query is, what it does, in case I need to try to figure out. Okay, so there it is there. Okay, don't forget. I'm going to go into design view now because I want to see, I'm going to go back to my instructions. I want to see vacancy ID, vacancy, and wage. Okay, so I want to see vacancy ID. I want to see vacancy. I want to see wage. I will need level, but I don't want to see it. It needs to be invisible. And all the rest of these, they have to be invisible as well. Okay, just gonna make sure that I have them all unchecked. Okay, and I'm just going to run that to see if that works. Looking good so far. Okay, now I will go back into design view. Okay, and what do I want to see? I want to see vacancy includes engineer. Okay, this is tricky. This is where these queries can become very tricky. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to go into design view. Oops, sorry. I'm going to go into datasheet view. Okay, these are my vacancies. Okay, but I don't see anything that says just engineer. Okay, so I don't see anything that says engineer. I'm going to try it though. Okay, so I'm going to go into design view, and if I type in engineer in vacancy, watch what will happen. I get nothing. Okay, does that mean that's supposed to be the way? There is no engineer, so I should have nothing? No. Okay, what they are asking you to do is they want everything. They want everything that has engineer in the title. Okay, so let me just show you what that means. Okay, so I'm going to go back to datasheet view. Okay, in other words, oh, sorry, I got to get rid of that query first. Okay, design view, get rid of that. Okay, so I need to run a query formula that will pull out any vacancy that has the word engineer in it. Okay, like for this one, apprentice computer aided design engineer. Here's another engineer. Here's another one. Okay, let me show you how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to go back into design view. All right, if I do this. So let me show you what I did, okay? I typed in like, then I typed in star, engineer, star. That query tells me, hey, pull out anything from this field that has the word engineer in it, okay? So this is what's known as a wildcard function, okay? The star means that it doesn't matter what's before it, what's after it, what is important is engineer. In other words, if I put in a star before and after engineer, anything that has in the title engineer, it will show it up. If I just typed in this, no star at the end, it would just put in anything that has engineer, anything that ends with engineer. Let me run that and see. And see, you can see that. Any vacancy that ends with engineer, it pulls up, okay? But I don't want that. I want anything that has engineer in the title. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to add that again. Okay, and the next thing I want is level is intermediate. Okay, so I'm just going to type in in here, and wages 150 or more. Let me just run that to make sure that that works. Great, that works, no problems. Back to design view, and wages 150 more. Oh, wages 150 more. Okay, so let's go to wage. Wage is greater than or equal to 150. Okay, I will hit run, and that's it. Okay, I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller so I don't waste any space. Bring this in. Same with wage. Ooh. Okay, I think there's one last thing I want to do, which is sorts the wage in ascending order. Okay, so I can just do that from my data sheet view. See this little arrow here? I can click on that, and I can go from smallest to largest. Is that what I want? Ascending order. Yes. No, that's descending order. Ascending order. Ascending order. Okay. Yep, that should be good. Okay, now, if I wanted to use this, okay, this is already a ready-made chart. And the way I do that is I just click on this box here, okay, it'll highlight everything. Then I double-click on that box, and I can hit copy. Now, if I went to my evidence folder, and I paste it, that is what they mean by an extract. Okay, that is it then for this